What's up guys, DeadAceBS here and welcome finally to the final part of the patch notes or final balance changes for Arcade Edition. If you haven't checked out the part 1 and part 2, click on the video card above or the links in the description below. So let's continue with Balrog. Standing heavy punch, increase startup frames to 12 frames now. Standing heavy kick, increase the pushback distance on crush counter. He can no longer walk, and crushing heavy punch into heavy uppercut combo. Still not sure how this nerf will affect him while having the opponent in the corner. Increased recovery to 22 frames. Stomping target combo, increased disadvantage on block to -7 frames. And when cancelled into V-trigger, I think it's -2. So you can no longer pressure without the risk of being counter hit. Okay, so he got some big nerfs for his tab. He lost throw invincibility from level 1 to level 6. He also is -2 on block on all levels. No more advantage frames after charging levels up. He also lost low attacks invincibility from level 4 to level 9. I think only level 10 has full invincibility now. Also they decreased the damage on all levels, so yeah, the tab is pretty nerfed, well still not dead. I think Balrog players will need different approaches when using the turnaround punch. His V-skill and overhead will have less V-gauge meter gain, and his medium kick medium punch target combo into V-skill will have more gauge meter gain. Okay, Juri, her standing medium kick is buffed, will have more active frames, more timing when cancelling into special move. Also her medium punch into back or forward heavy punch target combo got buffed. It can hit crushing opponents, that's pretty nice. B-skill decreased the amount of B-gauge mirror gain on hit. Her EX tensering will have complete invincibility until the 12th movement frame. Critical R will have armor break properties now. Didn't know that her critical R could break armor, that sucked, so good for her. Her V-trigger will be 2 bars, that's a good ass buff. Increase the amount of gauge that Fuharen Kyaku uses, and her V-trigger effect time was extended. Okay, for Urien, standing heavy punch greatly decreased the advantage frames on crush counter. He can no longer dash in and do a crouching heavy punch, you can only dash in and get a crouching medium punch. Reduce the advantage on hit to +4 on crouching light punch. His forward medium punch has more recovery by 2 frames. And increase the amount of EX mirror gain when using V-trigger. Akuma, his forward heavy punch is faster with 32 frames of startup. Increase the advantage on hit to +5, but decrease the advantage on block to -2. So he can no longer pressure afterwards because he can be counter hit now. Critical R, change the combo limits after hit. This means that he can no longer follow up the critical R with a heavy dragon punch in the corner for additional damage. So that's a nerf. EX dragon punch changed so that the opponent can recover after meter hit. When using this as an anti-air, and if the second wave of hits whiffed, the opponent can recover fast after hitting the ground, so he can punish your whiff EX Dragon Punch. Also, if you cancel the EX Dragon Punch with V-trigger when the opponent is in the air, you can no longer use your V-trigger fireball setups because it doesn't cause an untakeable knockdown anymore. Decrease the amount of V-gauge meter gain for his V-skill. Go Hadoken and Sanku Hadoken in V-trigger. Reduce the amount of meter usage while active. Okay, for Kolin, her back heavy kick is faster now with 14 frames of startup and has less recovery frames. Her cold low target combo can be cancelled into V-trigger on second hit. Vertical target combo is -2, so it's a safe move now, but they reduce the pushback distance on block. So the snow grain is -8 now instead of the vertical target combo. Pushback on hit was reduced. For her V-skill we have reduced the advantage on hit from +3 to +2, increase disadvantage on block from -7 to -8, increase recovery by 3 frames, reduce the amount of V-gauge meter gain upon successful counter. Like Vanity Step, total frames increase from 34 to 43. increased movement distance, extended the input time for Silver Edge. Okay, so for her first touch, her parry special move, the stun gauge won't recover during the animation on hit. That's a nice buff for her parry, which is already an insane move. Increase the amount of EX meter gain when using B trigger. For Ed, standing heavy kick, reduce pushback distance on hit, pretty nice for pressuring afterwards. They buff his crushing medium punch, advantage on hit increased from +4 to +5. Advantage on block increased from +2 to +3. His crushing medium kick is buffed as well. Psycho Spark, reduce the disadvantage on block for the first hit from -3 to -2. Psycho Snatcher, change the recovery after hit, change so that a back recovery is no longer possible. Okay, so for my boy Abigail, standing light kick, reduce startup to 5 frames so the move is faster now, perfect for more successful middies. Crushing light punch is also faster, 5 frames on startup. Increased amount of attack active frames from 2 frames to 3 frames. This move is already good, so for season 3 will be godlike. Crushing light kick, increase the advantage on hit from +3 to +5. That means you can combo with another crushing light kick without being a counter hit, so that's a pretty good buff. Crushing heavy punch, change the float value properties. The second attack active frames onwards won't trigger a crush counter. Reduce the attack startup to 11 frames. They extended the V timer effect time of his V trigger. They made a lot of changes on the float value of the Abigail punch in all versions. Also, they fixed an issue when Abigail hits you once with his Abigail punch, but he stays throwing punches to the air. The opponent can recover after falling into the ground and can punish your whiffed, so they make that an untakeable knockdown, so the opponent can no longer recover to punish the move. So yeah, he might be top tier in season 3. He's looking pretty strong with all these buffs. Okay, Menat was barely touched. She just got a new move that can be used while Soul Sphere is placed on the screen. And for Zeku, they fixed a phenomenon where if Zeku was KO'd by Birdie, Zangief and Alex Crickle Art at the start of the next round, all Zeku would be able to use John Zeku's moves. That's pretty crazy. After the fix for the round following the special KO, Zeku's style change is properly reset. That's nuts. I never seen that before, so I gotta try that before season 2 ends. And well, that's all for the final patch notes or balance changes for all characters. Arcade Edition is coming out on a couple of days, so stay tuned for some Arcade Edition gameplay. That's all for this video, guys. I'm DeadAce, don't forget to subscribe and see you on the next one.